How are you managing security? If you're like most companies, video surveillance is a key component. It allows you to investigate incidents and observe events while they happen. But how have you implemented your video surveillance system? Meet Jim. Jim heads up security for his corporation. He makes sure the business environment is secure at all times. To do that, Jim relies on his trusty video surveillance system. But Jim has to do a lot more than just hanging up a few cameras. Today, Jim starts by setting up cameras to cover the important grounds of his company. But then he needs a place to store all that video he's capturing through all those cameras. So he sets up an NVR. That's a networked video recorder, or 10 NVRs, depending on how many cameras he has recording. Jim has to do a lot of planning as he sets up his NVRs. His company is storing everything, so he needs a lot of central storage. And his company's storage requirements just continue to grow and grow. The job doesn't end there. All that stored video needs to travel over his company's network, either by LAN or WAN, to be placed in all the centralized storage he needed to purchase. That video sure is burning up his company's network, and Jim's coworkers, who are also trying to work off that network, aren't too happy about it. So Jim needs to install a new network or upgrade his existing network because of the load from all the cameras, so he may have to run some new cable for the new network. Jim didn't build this into his budget. Now that Jim has his whole surveillance system in place, and he has all the pieces from all the different vendors, the camera providers, the NVR storage vendors, and the network guys working in harmony, Jim can finally relax. But wait, Jim's boss just told him he also needs to secure his company's corporate campus down south. So he needs more cameras, more NVRs, more bandwidth, more storage, and some way to manage it all. There must be a better way. Well, Jim, good news. There is. It's called the ICVR, a decentralized intelligent camera with onboard NVR storage from VideoIQ. Everything Jim just installed from all those different vendors is now contained right inside this itty-bitty IP camera. The ICVR has an NVR with 3 months of storage inside the camera, which means no need for centralized storage. And he can add a camera, or thousands of cameras, anytime he wants, without purchasing central NVR or DVR storage, or burning up his network. It's that simple. Because the video is stored in the camera, video is not streamed across the network for recording, allowing him to use the existing network without affecting business users. It's that easy. And because the ICVR minimizes network traffic, Jim can even use the wireless connection he's always wanted to. And now if Jim's boss wants him to cover more territory with his surveillance system, it's no sweat. He can even protect that remote campus down south. All he needs to do is plug in another ICVR. No NVR or DVR storage required either at the remote site or here at the main campus. Jim's happy now because instead of trying to manage this, he gets this. And Jim's boss is happy because safeguarding more territory is as easy as plugging in another camera. And Jim's coworkers are happy because the surveillance system is no longer eating up all that extra bandwidth that they need. And perhaps happiest of all is Jim's CFO, because the amount of storage and bandwidth your company now needs to pay for to secure the company assets has been cut. The VideoIQ ICVR. You get a whole lot more for less.